Good morning. Hello, hello. It's Valerie, chick picker, whatever else you want to call me. It's Friday, the 13th. Um, yeah, it's turning out to be a pretty decent day. I'm just kind of looking here. I got some blonde. Maybe that part didn't take or something when I colored my hair. Um, but yeah, we're doing good this morning, getting stuff done. Trying to. I had to. I was a little bit late getting my mail call video out, so I'm just kind of winging it this morning. I don't know where Sally is. It almost seems like the. Let me look at the chat and see if anybody's in there. Well, come on, come on. Huh, nobody's in the chat. Wonder what's going on. Anyway, yeah, I did a little mail call video and just kind of showed what I sold yesterday. Sales were really good yesterday. Um, had another $100 day, and it was really good. Over $100 actually. It was 109.07. So it's not spectacular, but like I said in the mail call video, if I can do $100 a day, that's good for me. Um, so yeah, I don't have anything to complain about. Um, and it looks like, from what I can see on my little graph thing, since September 13th, so for 1 month, I have every day I've sold something. So I probably just jinxed myself, but um, a lot of them. There was only, I would say, probably have like 6 days where it was over $75. Um, but that's okay. I think it averages out, and so you get the small, the small days with the few things, the small numbers, so below $75, and then you get a few of those big ones. I had one that was 214, so that was, that's good, and makes a big difference if you're listing every day. You have to put the work in. Everybody must be sleeping in. Yeah, it's great as long as you're making what you need and want to make right now. You're only going up from here. All that hard work and effort really pays off. It does. I mean, you do have to work at this. You do have to balance you know, and listing is not the only part of the job. You got listing, you got sourcing. So that takes up a heck of a lot of time. And then also you've got your organization, your inventory, putting your inventory away, you're making sure that you have items that are listed, um, rotating items through your inventory. If something's not selling, getting rid of it and just kind of, starting over from there. Uh, all of that, has to do with this job. And let's see, my last 31 days, $2,025. Not great. I mean, I've got a goal that I'm working towards, and I definitely do plan on making that goal. Hopefully by the end of the month, but if not, it'll definitely be in November. Um, Wish I could have slept in this morning. My jaw still aches, but it will get better. Never had a dang feeling like hurt like this. You know what? Another thing that you can do is, I know a lot of people don't like to take medication, but if you try to take, if you take a couple of Advil, just a 400 milligram, or is it? No, it's 200 milligram. Take 2 of those. Um, this is something I learned a long time ago. So if you have inflammation or swelling, pain actually comes from that. So if you take care of the inflammation and the swelling, then the pain will also go down with that. So just kind of keep that in mind. Maybe like a hot compress or something, or maybe a cold compress. You know, something to kind of get that swelling down. And like you said, you know, maybe it was just the difference of the hand size, you know. I mean, the bigger the hand, the bigger your mouth has to open so you can get the hand in there. So it makes a big difference. That's just so weird that nobody's in here. I'm gonna message Sally. Where the heck are you? She got off last night, so I can't. Or she got off work this morning, so you know I can't be too rough on her. I can, but it wouldn't be very nice. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, 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 um. See what's going on. Okay. All right. So I guess it's just me and Hank today. Are you ready for that, Hank? Get in here. Oh, there's Mary. Hi, Mary. How are you doing? It's almost like the notification didn't pop up. It wouldn't surprise me. The other day it didn't show you live on my subscription screen on YouTube itself. Yeah, right now, not near as bad as this morning as last night. It got real ugly the later it got. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're back, Mary. Hope you're feeling good. Everything went good with the surgery and all of that, right? I think yeah, I think you were going into surgery, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we'll just kind of hang here and you know, see how things go. I sent links to everybody, so and you know, it may be that they're all over in Dusty's um show, and maybe that's why they're staying over there. Who knows? I'm not gonna make assumptions, because that, you know, makes an ass out of you and me. We don't want that. Well, I'm glad. All's good for now. That's all we can work towards is right now. Can't do anything else about tomorrow because you don't know how tomorrow's going to be. Um, so let's see here. I did my mail call video. I still got to package all my stuff up. Today was just this morning was kind of weird. I slept in. Oh, probably about. I know my alarm went off at 5, and I slept through it and woke up at 5:30, and so then I was just kind of running around getting stuff done, and time got away from me, of course, and so I was a little bit late. We got 3 viewers now. That's so weird. There's Anissa, and there's Megan, And I think
So,
that's Sally
and Fuzzy.
and Fuzzy. Yeah, he came to visit too. He came to hang out with us too, huh?
Or at
Well,
least
I'm glad.
his Bart did.
Yep. All mine are asleep for the moment. So I was wondering if anybody was gonna come in. We didn't have any there was a few things in the chats, but it was just Hank and Mary and me for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, I had
So
some internet issues.
oh. That's never good.
Like Brandon he paid the bill and then it didn't go through, I guess.
Oh.
And so they shut it off.
Oh. Yeah, that would be an issue. But I'm glad you got it. Glad you got it taken care of, though.
Yeah.
I assume you got it taken care of. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't, right?
Right.
How was your night last night?
Tiring.
You had your Pepsi order?
No,
Oh.
we had grocery.
Oh. Well, is that worse?
It was last night.
Oh. Well, you survived. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still above ground. Oh, excuse
Yes.
me. Excuse me. Huh.
I almost came home and just went to bed. Just gave up.
Well, and that's okay if you ever want to do that. I know that
I was just,
when you get home, I know that you got to be
but
exhausted.
I am, but I also this is the time to where I can get some extra stuff done. But Brandon had to kind of push me today to get my um, stuff sent out and all that. I sold a Black and Fuzzy. Shut the hell up! I sold a Black and Decker. What do you call it? A space maker can
Uh-huh.
opener.
Oh, okay.
And then I sold a Converse One star dress.
Nice. Very
So
good.
it was not bad at all. It's pretty
Very
good
good.
sales. I mean,
Yeah.
for two sales, it was a $50 day.
Right.
So
Very good.
he's mad
Why is he mad?
because I won't let him in here
Oh, well.
because they peed on something yesterday.
Oh, so they're on restriction.
Yeah,
Well, I can
just
understand
think
his.
about next time you want to pee in the house. Just think about that. Go
Tell him,
outside and go
Mama.
pee pee.
Yep. Good morning,
I know.
Anissa and Megan and Valerie.
I know it's got to be hard for him because I bring so many smells into the house, and I know that's got to be hard for them.
Sure.
But I've been doing this for a while. They got to get used to it sometime,
Yeah.
And he's really mad.
Well, he'll get over it.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get over it.
Mary O wants to come on here.
Oh, okay. Well, how will I do this? How can I do this? I'm just going to put it in the chat. I'm not going to leave it there. I'm just going to put it there for a minute. So
Okay.
if you just click on it, then you should be able to get in. Okay, it's in the chat. So whoever else wants to come in, come on in.
Morning, Larry and Julie.
7,
I'm seeing you in a while.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Larry and Julie. I'm seeing you in a while.
6, 5. So just mute your YouTube. There you go. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Hi guys, am I in?
Yeah, you're in.
Oh, something's wrong. Give me a minute.
Just go to your YouTube and mute the video.
How about that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sounds great.
awesome. Awesome, awesome.
Glad you can make it in.
Yeah. The only issue is my laptop does not have a camera. So you just get to look at my little picture that I posted there.
That's good. That's all right. That's me and Sally when we first started, that's how we did it a lot is, we came in and we were on, but we weren't, like, the picture wasn't showing and the mic was usually off. We were just hanging out basically.
We observed.
Yeah. So, and then eventually, we felt comfortable to. I mean, there has to be some kind of. You have to be a little bit of comfortable to, to be on camera. And now it's like, I don't. It's not. I can't say that it's not a big deal, but I just more comfortable. It's like I'm talking to my coworkers, my friends, and just like I would face to face.
Cool.
So you had surgery, right?
Yes, I had to go. I had one earlier at the end of August. It did not work. And then they found out that L4 and L5 in my lower back was unstable. So the only way to fix that is to fuse those two together. So last week Wednesday, I was in the hospital, had surgery, was supposed to be released on Friday, but they found two new issues. One, with the anesthetic, your bowels kind of go to sleep.
Right.
Well, they weren't waking up.
Right. Right. Gotcha.
So they tried everything from pills to suppositories to, that wonderful enema.
Right.
Well, it worked. So
good.
But then they found I had a clot in my left leg.
Oh no.
It's a tiny one, but they wanted to get on top of it before I left the hospital.
Right.
So they put me on all these thinner. I'm on a thinner to thin out the blood. And so far so good. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Home. I'm recuperating. I listed a couple items and I sold one item.
Awesome.
So hopefully that's the start of more sales, because Lord knows we all need money.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And you know, we're having a challenge on Saturday, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, but that kind of hurts because my hubby's home and he's expecting me to help as much as I can to get,
Oh,
our
Sure.
these
yard.
poor needy men.
Yeah, our wonderful men.
I
Oh,
understand.
did you hear that, guys? Did you hear
I
that?
did. I heard that.
I got a question on eBay. Hang on, let me go to my alerts. I
Go
want to
check
tell
it
you.
out.
Check it out. Check it out. Okay. Notifications. Well, that's weird.
Hi,
No.
Larry. Larry's been in the background.
There.
How's those bins panning out for you? Those liquidation pallets. Those doing all right for you? Larry's lurking. Yep, lurking Larry.
He bypassed the fence.
Okay. Sassy Seller says, fall break, last day of not listing regularly. Well, you'll get back on the horse. You know, you get back on it, and you'll get your schedule back. I know that makes it tough because you can't list. Fall break though. I never heard of that. I mean, how long does it last? Like a week? I know, and so I always put that on during like the Halloween. It's probably the only thing Halloween-ish or Hallow for the season. That's about the only thing that I'll do. So Larry says bulk boxes are doing okay so far. That's awesome. You getting a lot of stuff listed? Sassy Seller says this is why I do this, but it makes the sales all over the place. She says that fall break is 1 week. Fall break, winter break, spring break, summer break. Wow. We have 9-week school terms. Huh. That's kind of different.
Yeah, that's very different.
But I guess that kind of works out pretty good. I mean, because you got your, now they'll go to school for 9 more weeks, and then they'll have a break. They'll have their winter break, and then they'll be off. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cool.
So the breaks are always 1 week?
Yeah, it looks like winter break, spring break. Yeah.
Huh.
Cool. That sounds like a good plan. We start school in August. Boo. Yeah, that sucks. I remember starting school. My birthday is usually right around Labor Day, and so we would always start school just after Labor Day. Winter break is 2 weeks. We have a half a week at Thanksgiving. Okay. That's what I need to do. I need to put myself on like a 9-week term. I'll work 9. Let me get this real quick.
Uh-huh.
So I have to ask, and just because as everybody knows, we're all learning this eBay
Uh-huh.
stuff. I have a friend. She sees me how I list, and she sees that I'm making a little bit of money, not a huge amount.
Right.
Now she's like intrigued, and and she's never been to an auction, so I took her to an auction, and she's like, oh my gosh, that is so exciting, and now she wants to start listing, which I think is awesome,
Right.
but I'm thinking she's thinking that we are going to sell together.
Oh no, you need to set her straight on that.
Well, yeah, I'm going to put her up with her own store. I'm going to set her up, so this way she has her own store, but it's like, I don't know.
Maybe she shouldn't even get a store right at first. Just just sell, just start selling. And, until she knows that that's what she wants to do. Me and Valerie did that for a long time. We didn't have a store for a long time until we, her own eBay account.
Yeah.
And her own PayPal. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, and, and her own inventory, right? And her own work to go with that. You don't want to have to be responsible for all of her stuff, but to teach her, this is, get her, get her some shipping supplies, as far as, get her on USPS and show her how to do all that, just, really, just kind of, give her a,
oh, sorry, that's my dog.
No, that's all right. Mine going crazy today because Daddy's not home right now. So, yeah. So, I mean, I would just, get her going. Yeah, like Hank says, give her, give her time to figure out her own things at her own pace. But then, she can come to you for questions and stuff.
Yeah.
And definitely it's hard sometimes. I mean, we all learned, and when I say we all, I mean me and Valerie, we learned, kind of the hard way on some things, like as far as free shipping. You kind of have to watch, taking offers and stuff like that, because you could screw yourself over. You have to, at first we weren't like, we didn't have a clue about shipping and stuff like that. So we would, underestimate, how much something weighed instead of getting a scale right at first. We didn't do that until a little bit, until we were into it, kind of. So, so we had to get a scale because we kept getting, we kept underestimating our shipping, and then, we'd get all messed up with that. And so we learned a lot of lessons, and so it is kind of hard to teach somebody how to do that when there's lessons that they're going to have to learn on their own before they actually learn,
Yeah, that I agree with.
Yeah.
She's been online. I mean, she is so excited about this. She's been online.
That's good.
She's been looking at those storage auctions, but it's the ones that you bid online. And there's a few within our area here. However, she has stated that being that her basement is empty, which it is, we could store a lot or all of the stuff that we want down in her basement. Well, that's great, but she lives like 8 miles from me, which isn't horrible, but I'm not going to want to run to her house every time I want to sell something.
Right.
Or an item. It's like, how do we split a locker if we get,
That's,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
know, that's going to be difficult because, you know, to, you know, to say, okay, you get the, you know, the first really good thing, or you're going to be actually, you're more experienced, so you kind of know more of what to look for
Mhm.
as far as, you know, stuff that's going to be, you know, some home runs. So, you know, yeah, sounds like hot potato. Yeah, like you get the first home run, then I'll get the second one. But you know, it's, yeah, I don't know if I would do that, Mary, because you know, there's not really a way to split a
A locker.
locker because of you know, there's so much different things in there. So yeah, it's gonna be difficult to do something like that.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, I guess it could be done, but you know,
Yeah, see, you know, I do this, but I do it alone. Although my husband decides he needs to put his 2 cents in periodically, which is good but bad. You know,
uh-huh, oh, I know.
one would say. Um, but yeah, I'm not sure how we're gonna do this splitting of of a locker if we go that way. But right now, I took her to an auction 3 weeks ago. She never been to one.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, oh my god, how do you understand that guy? And it's like, it's easy once you get used to it, you know.
Right. Yeah, see, Julie says my cousin asked me to help her get started on eBay. I quickly learned it was a clearly do it for me kind of
No,
thing. Yeah. So I don't, you know,
don't.
it's kind of scary when you're trying to, you know, show people what you do, and then they're like, "Oh, I want to do this," and they, you know, they get all interested in it, and then, you know, instead of actually learning how to do it themselves, they want you to do it for them. You know, but she kind of sounds like she's, you know, excited. At the same time, I don't know if I would go in halvesies on that. I don't even think I can go halvesies on something like that with my sister, you know, because we'd both be, you know, oh, that's mine, you know, oh, that's mine, oh, that's mine, you know, just like
And
when you're, you know, anywhere, you know, looking for, you know, good stuff, you know, to list and stuff. Yeah, that's going to be difficult.
well, I will keep you posted on how this goes.
Yeah, I'd like to know. Fuzzy, knock it off. Man, he's really mad at me today.
Well, so's
He's
mine.
already escaped one time.
Oh God. So yeah, that's my dilemma for the week.
Yeah, you know, that would be too hard for me to say, oh, we're going to split this. And then, you know, to even have it partially equal, you know, equal out to the same amount, you know, it would be difficult. It really would.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Jessica says, I'm too competitive to go on halves. Yeah, me too. Like I said, it would be hard to do that with my own sister. Hang on just a second.
Okay. Wow, they both left me. Oh my goodness, guys. So I'm thinking, as of now, instead of going halvesies on a locker, just take her to an auction. You know, just let her buy her own items, and I'll buy my own items, and then I can just teach her at that point? What are your thoughts on that? Well, and then through all of this, you know, she is my best friend. You know, I would hate to lose a friendship because she wants to sell on eBay and, you know, we have a falling out. That would be really, really hard to lose a friend over this, you know. Oops, it looks like she's off the phone. Come on back, Sally. Are you
Sorry.
back?
I'm
Sally,
back.
hey, leave me
Sorry.
on
And
here for
me and Valerie were not talking to each other. I was laughing when I read that. No. That was my husband.
oh, the lovely.
And Valerie's probably talking to one of her daughters. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be difficult anyway you go, because you don't want to, like, for your friend that, you know, you're not willing to go in on, you know, halvesies on that, but at the same time, you don't really want to that with her, you know. Um, do you know what you're gonna do?
I think as of now, we're just gonna stay with the auctions and
That's what I would do.
let her get her own inventory through estate sales auctions, you know, in that
Yeah.
way. Yes, I mean I would love to get one of the lockers. However, if I do it, it would be without her.
Yeah.
Just because
That's gonna be your best bet, because if you want to continue being friends,
I don't want to lose her as a friend because
right,
of eBay, you know.
right. Yeah, that's what I would say. You know, if you do the lockers, just, you know, you pick one and she picks one, maybe, you know.
Yeah, but that's a lot of work.
Oh, it
And of course,
is.
you know, and then I just had an operation, so there's no way I'm going to be able to unload a
Yeah.
locker. You know,
Yeah.
no way in hell, to be honest.
Yeah. Hush, Fuzzy. Well, Hank, you're not cold-hearted. It's just, you know, I mean, I understand, like, you know, some people, it's just like the couponing thing. Like, that's a ton of work. You know, if you've ever been like a, you know, a avid couponer, you know how much work you go through, you know, just clipping coupons, and then you're, you know, looking up sales, and you're looking, you know, to price match, and it was, you know, it was probably like a good 25-30 hours week of work. Fuzzy. It's sorry, guys. And so, you know, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, they'd come over and they'd see my stockpile. And my family would actually come over and shop my stockpile. Say, oh, I could use one of these, I could use one of these. And I was fine with it. You know, I had no problem, you know. I was proud of it. And then, you know, they're like, oh, we want to learn. And then, you know, it came into it with, you know, buying papers. Oh, I can never get the papers on time. Do you have papers? Okay, I have, some extra papers. I always got my newspapers for free, so it was cheap for me. And then, so it came to them getting free papers, and then it's like, Jesus Christ, you want me to go shopping for you too? After a while, it's like, they just kept adding on and adding on all this work that, I had to do for them, it's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You can't teach somebody by doing it for them. So, are you okay, Valerie?
Yeah, I called Johnny's phone last night and left. I could not. I'm the worst aunt ever because I couldn't remember my nephew's birthday, if it was today or if it was the 12th or the 13th.
I thought it was
And
around this time. I couldn't remember either.
it's the 13th. And
Oh, so
so
it's today?
yeah, it's today.
Oh.
So last night I left a message on his phone and I sang happy birthday to Jace. And so I was like, well, it's better late than never. So I just went ahead and did that. And I guess, and then Johnny called this morning,
Oh,
said that he
good.
got the message and he let Jace hear it and everything. So he was really happy and
Oh, that's
everything.
sweet.
So yeah,
That's sweet.
but he was doing his job stuff. So he works for a dental company.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he does like uh, he's like on the road. Uh, he delivers and he sets up and he repairs like X-ray equipment,
Oh, wow.
implant equipment, all of their equipment like that. He does that. So pretty cool.
Wow.
And he has a
That is
van.
pretty cool.
He has a van that he works out of. He has a computer, cell phone. They provide all that. But he goes all over. Like yesterday, he went to Nebraska. Um, I think he said something about in a couple of weeks he's supposed to be going to after Halloween. I think he said he's supposed to go to Charlotte.
Oh,
And
wow.
so I told him, I said, you need to get a hold of Tina and you guys can, meet up or whatever. And so, but yeah, he was telling me all about that. So
Wow.
pretty cool.
That is neat.
So, but I wanted to make sure that, I wanted to talk to him and, see how everything was going and all that. So, but I'm sorry I left you guys.
We're
I hate
sorry
that.
too.
I hate that when that happens, but sometimes you got to
Yeah.
answer the phone call. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
and then I left Mary here alone because Brandon called me too.
oh
and then
no,
and then everybody's
Mary,
like, are they talking to each other?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I feel bad. I
It
called I
happens.
called Nikki, but I'm sure she's probably still not 100%. So
All
she
my
was.
dogs escaped now.
Uh
I'll be right back.
oh.
I
Okay.
gotta whip some ass.
Yeah, my brother, him and his wife and his two kids, um, they lived in California. They've always lived in California, born and raised like us. And they just recently moved to South Dakota. And so, he's been looking for a job and everything. And so finally he, found something that was, good enough where he could, support his family. So, but I don't get to talk to him very often. We just don't call each other every week or whatever. We just try to um, talk when we can. But I had usually I'm pretty good about birthdays, and I thought it was the 13th, but then I was thinking, yeah, definitely a culture shock. Um, and but I couldn't remember if it was the 12th or the 13th, and then I asked my other sister. I said, when is Jace's birthday? And she goes, I was just about ready to ask you the same thing. And I was like, oh my God, well, you're not any help. Jeez. So then I just called him and wished him a happy birthday. And so, but I guess I'm okay because today's his birthday. So we did good.
I'm the awful aunt because I didn't even know for sure. Like, I know it
I,
was sometime around here, but
I usually am pretty good about birthdays. I mean, even my ex-husband's family, and because my daughters, I let them know when their grandma's birthday is and their grandpa's birthday is. They, you know, I tell them every time there's a birthday come up, even on that side of the family. I'm like, yeah, you need to call this person or you need to wish them a happy birthday or something. And I asked my daughter and I said, when is Jace's birthday? She goes, Mom, you know how I am with birthdays. I don't remember anybody's. She said, I'm good to remember my own kids. And I said, well, okay, I understand. So,
yeah, that's kind of where I met my mark too. I know my kids' birthdays and times of birth and kind of sort of their social security numbers and you know
I don't remember their time of birth.
I'm just not really good with numbers.
I forgot that when they asked that. For some reason, they ask me that all the time. They're like, well, and the last time I just told them, you need to go look on your birth certificate because I don't remember that stuff. That was a long time ago, and we are way past that. So I said, it's on your birth certificate. You might want to go look if you want to know
Oh my
exactly when
gosh.
you were born. But I think it's funny.
So we were talking about Mary's friend. She has a friend that, did you hear any of this?
Huh.
She has a friend that wants to do eBay. She's really excited and everything. And Mary took her to an auction and she really liked that. And she wants Mary to go in halvesies on a storage unit. And I was telling her, it's really hard to go halvesies on something like that.
Yeah, because I mean, if you find something really good, I mean, you would really have to be pretty, if anything sells from that unit, I don't know how you would do it, as far as, do you just dig and whatever you find is yours, or do
Yeah.
do you list the stuff that you find and then half whatever you make? I don't know.
Yeah.
That that makes it kind of difficult.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
and
might
then
need to,
too,
make
you,
some, boundaries or whatever, and say, hey, this is how we're going to do it. But I wouldn't
Well, she
know.
said that she's probably just going to have her stick to auctions and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
'Cause-
starting out, you definitely don't want to get overwhelmed first starting out, and even with auctions, I mean, you can definitely get overwhelmed just by auctions,
yeah.
and you can kind of go, it's easy to go too far in, bid too much on something, and then you don't, it's not worth as much as you thought it was, or um, you know, so I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a difficult one. I don't know what to tell you. But probably,
well,
yeah, probably
but
just, doing the auctions would be good.
yeah, just let her get her own inventory, you know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and just help her through it, you know, make her listings as good as they possibly can be, and you can support her like that. It's great to have like a partner, because me and Sally, we started about the same time, and it's been great just to have somebody to bounce stuff off of, and then and kind of get another person's opinion and all of that. So yeah, definitely.
Well, and then I'm looking for, a person, because my husband hates estate sales. He
Uh-huh.
hates, you know, and it's nice to go in with a friend or a spouse and say, hey, look at this,
Right.
or look
Right.
at that,
Yeah.
but I don't, I go in alone. So it's like, it's, it's lonely.
Right. I completely agree. I this is this would be a great business. I mean, I think I could do so much more if I had, a partner, a buddy that I could, go to the thrift store with, or go to the bins with, or, but I don't have anybody to do that with. So I'm just kind of on my own, and it gets boring.
Yeah.
Um, so, but yeah, it would be, I mean, that's the thing too, is, just kind of drag her around with you to your, estate sales and your auctions. And one thing that I know that Nikki and Tara always say is, there's no friend in an auction. So, you kind of have to say, if you're both looking at something and you're both, excited about bidding on something, you kind of have to choose those boundaries as far as, are you, if she bids on it, are you going to, bid too? Are you going to bid against her? um, that might be something you want to talk about, because you don't want any, hurt feelings, because you did bid against her and you won, something
Sure.
that she wants. So that might be something to talk about, but depends
Yeah.
on a lot on your relationship too.
Yeah,
So
I mean that's the whole thing is, I would hate to lose her as a friend through all this.
right,
But
right.
yeah, I never thought about, if we both like the same item, how to handle that. That's one thing, as you said, I'm going to have to
Hmm.
sit down with her and say, hey, if we do this, what happens?
Right.
Do I bow out and let you get it? Or do I say F you and
Yeah.
set it up,
Exactly. I mean, there has to be some kind of understanding, that you both understand. If you go to auction, you both want something. You're either both going to bid against each other, and you know whoever wins it, and the other one's just going to have to accept it. Or, um, you know, if one of you wants something, or if you both want something, and you can kind of flip back and forth, or something like that. You get this
Mhm.
one and I'll get the next one, or something like that. But yeah, definitely talk about it. Communication is key, I think, in that aspect.
True. Very true.
So, because I think that would be kind of hard. I think, definitely me and Sally could talk about something like that, and we could come to an understanding as far as what's going to happen. So, like,
Yeah,
there's
but like
no
on a
surprises.
on a storage unit though, that's kind of hard, especially like, you know, you have your experience, I have my experience. We both, know what we would go for,
Right.
and so you're looking out for number one, obviously,
Hmm.
whenever you're doing anything like that, if you're in a thrift store even, you're looking out for number one, and if you see somebody pick up and then put down something that that you can sell and you want to buy it, you're gonna grab that sucker as fast as you can. You don't care about
Right.
that if that other person wants it or not. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's true.
definitely, it's a whole different, ball game whenever it comes to your
Right. Right.
I think anyways.
Well, and then I thought, she doesn't really know anything except for what I have informed her, what I've learned.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking I'm going to have her, go onto YouTube into some of the more experienced people like you guys, or there's Dusty, and just
Mm-hmm.
have her
Yeah, watch
listen,
just binge watch
because
videos.
I have to say I have learned so much from you guys, and and there's a few others that I have learned from.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my goodness, I didn't even think of doing that, and now I do that.
Me and Valerie, we watched so many videos when we first started. That's all we did was watch videos.
Yeah. Well, when I had, because I had an hour commute one way to work every morning, and then every night. And so that's what I would do is I would put on a video and listen to it on the way to work. If I was out in the field, I'd listen to them. So I didn't even listen to the radio most of that time. I was just, basically watching videos. Of course, I wasn't watching them and driving at the same time. I was just listening.
Thank God for
But
that.
most of the time, anyway. So, but yeah, that's how, and Sally had her favorites, and whenever there was somebody new that came on that she find, she'd let me know, and vice versa, and we just kind of bounce things off of each other, and we're a good team. We helped each other
Yeah.
a lot, and it's great to have that, um, somebody that you can bounce stuff off of, and
Mm-hmm.
get their idea. Maybe you're not thinking clearly on something that you want to buy, and so they kind of bring you down a little bit, and you know show you that maybe it's not as worth as much as you think it as you want it to be, basically.
Yeah.
So it does help a lot when you
Yeah.
have a, a teammate.
I
So
have an update to my, what's that? Is that thunder?
you guys got thunder?
I don't know. Sounds like it.
Huh.
Oh, maybe it was a door slamming. Guys are
Oh.
here.
Oh. I'm just trying to get my. Everything is late today for some reason. Just kind of struggling on just getting stuff done. Um, Trying to get my shipping done before my mailman comes. Um, and if he doesn't come, I can always take it to the post office. I mean, he'll come, but if the stuff's not out there on time. But yeah, I mean, we've definitely learned a lot of the ins and outs of Dusty taught us a lot. I mean, he really took us under his wing, and really helped us and looked at our store and kind of gave us suggestions, and along with Eric and Jason, they've all um, because just because you've done it for a year or two doesn't mean that it takes a lot of experience to know how to do this, and you don't get experience by just sitting on the sidelines. I mean, you got to do it, and so we just kind of went whole hog and did it. Oh, I think that should be fine. But my husband, he actually, he wasn't a believer at first. It was just kind of a hobby, and it was just something that we kind of, did on the side, and then we got into going to auctions and um, thrift stores and stuff like. We went to Nashville, and we went to some thrift stores down there, and so it started becoming fun because I had a partner that was physically with me that could you know um, it was just fun, fun to talk about it and everything. I don't think he was um, as I don't know how you would like all in as I was, but he definitely seen that you could sell things and make money on it, and make a good profit.
Yeah, he took an interest.
Right. And he actually started selling stuff on his own account. Not near as much as I did, but it was just kind of a hobby for him too. Um, and he actually, enjoyed it. It was exciting for him to get a sale or, because he didn't list a whole lot. Of course, he thought that was work, hard work, and everything. So, but he did pretty good for himself. The things that he got listed and sold and everything. So. But I did end up going to the thrift store yesterday. I probably shouldn't have, but I did, and picked up a few things. Um, Couple pairs of shoes, couple of ties, and then I got this flatware set. Now Nikki's got me all into this flatware now, and I can't find a pattern name for it. So we were on a working hangout last night, and we were trying to find that out. Never did find out what the pattern name was. So still gotta. I can either list it with like the things that I do know, and just hope that somebody will come on there and kind of school me on what it actually is, or I can just kind of put it over to the side and
Where
wait
is
till
it?
I find it. Huh?
Where is it?
So it's a full set, except well, it's not a full set. I've got everything but 2 teaspoons. It's an 8-place setting,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the design.
Okay.
But there's nothing else. There's no markings at all other than stainless steel and Japan.
Hmm.
It's heavy. Um, the the actual design is, I would say, at least 70s, 60s, 70s, like mid-century modern. Um, and the when we were talking last night about it, the chat was saying, just put what you know on it, put all your keywords in it, and list it for $500 and see what happens.
Either that or
So,
put it on auction.
well, yeah, I could do that. Could do that too.
Hmm.
But they were saying, it's likely that if you put it on auction or if you put it on buy it now, somebody's going to see what you've got and they're going to think this lady is crazy. She's lost her mind because it is not worth that much. And then probably somebody will school me on, what it actually is and what the pattern is and everything like that. So that's kind of what they were
Okay.
thinking.
Either way, that's a win-win.
Yeah, I paid $3 for the set. So,
Wow.
so it should bring. I wouldn't. I don't think I'll get less than $100 for it. Um, Robin's really good about. She sells a lot of flatware. Nikki sells a lot of flatware. Nikki said she thought she had seen it somewhere. Um, you know, had bought some once upon a time or something. So she was going to do some more research, but like everybody was looking and couldn't find nothing,
Yeah.
which to me is kind of exciting because if you're not finding that pattern, then to me that means that it's rare.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a good sign. That's
Yeah.
really exciting.
Right.
But
What I was going to tell you though was that I kind of got an update on that thing that was going on with my PayPal.
mhm.
Where okay, so at first a payment went into the gift certificate section of PayPal. I don't know if you know that, but there's a gift certificate section. So it got stuck in that section.
Okay.
So I called. They put a ticket in for it. It said that it could take up to 7 days to fix it.
Mhm.
So I waited out the 7 days. Yada, yada, yada. It went from the gift certificate section to my pending transactions, pending payments, but still pending and hadn't been paid to me.
Hmm.
So it's like, okay, so called again. They said that that it should have been, because it should have been pushed through or whatever
Mhm.
within 24 to 48 hours. Still nothing.
Hmm.
So I called yesterday. This lady says it was a internal ticket. It was definitely a glitch that is happening, but
Mhm.
it's a they put in a internal ticket so that some people could see that there was a ticket, some people can't. It depends
Oh.
on if you're in the tech department or something.
Right.
If you're in the tech department, then you can see that there's a ticket. So she said that she goes,
Wow.
I don't know how long this would take. There's no ETA listed on it.
Mm.
That it could be like a month. She
Right.
goes, so I'm just gonna credit you what it was for, which was 1577.
Mhm.
And she says, and then whenever they clear it up, they could credit you another 1577. And she goes, but I would rather credit you and then have you credited again than you not get it for a month.
Right.
So
Right.
she says, so that way that you don't even have to worry about getting that pushed through or anything like that. It could just kind of stay there until they need to take care of it. So
Mhm. Well,
she
that's good.
says, so yeah, I'm like, okay, well, I'm done and over with that. I'm not calling them anymore
Yeah.
till I have
Well,
to
I mean,
again.
at least she, went in and
Hmm.
fixed it. It was basically,
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
yeah, she fixed it on my end, which is it's important because when you have something like that hanging, it's like you're just always kind of in the back of your mind, and you're like,
Mhm.
I wonder if that thing got fixed or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah. Exactly.
and it was my money. It wasn't like it was something that was just on there. It was money that I had got for a purchase. So I was like, you know, that's kind of screwed up that they made me wait so long.
Yeah.
But oh well.
So if you do get the credit, so if you got the credit and then and so if they credit you again, I mean, is that going to go against your
She,
account or
no, she said if they credit me again, then it'll just be another credit.
no? Okay.
I was like, okay, I'm totally cool with that.
That's good. Good, good, good.
Perfect.
I'm looking on the my school. Oh my gosh, Beth.
Did you see what Mike said? Yeah, Margot, and then towards the end, Nikki goes, "Found it." Just a few minutes later, and then just kidding.
Yeah, she actually did that.
What a brat.
Yeah. Yeah, man, they were scouring. So Beth, you found nothing in that 1800 sold listings? That is crazy. This is very, very, very rare. That's what I'm thinking. Don't put it on auction without a brand name, okay? Kind of looks gothic, but I'm no flatware expert. And Valerie said she was up at 5 a.m. looking for it again. Dang it. You guys are hardcore, huh? Can you hold it up one more time? I want to take a screenshot. Yep.
And he wants to know how many fork prongs are on the set.
What does that mean?
The prongs on the fork.
I don't know. Like there's one.
Just show us.
There's 4 on the salad. So this is the salad fork.
Okay.
And then there is 1, 2, 3, 4 on the dinner fork. And then it has a serving set. So it has 3 serving spoons and one of the meat trident forks. I don't know exactly what they're called, but it's a big fork.
Yeah.
Nikki has all the, she knows all, oh, sorry, one more time. Okay, let me do this. There you go.
Say cheese.
I show my pearly whites. Okay, you got it? Okay. So that's what I'm thinking, that, you know, with this not being found anywhere, it's
Yeah.
gotta be good.
Yeah, it's got to be something.
It's gotta be rare. Super, super rare. That's what I'm thinking. But you know what they say, you wishful thinking.
Well,
So maybe that's what it is.
you never know.
But to have so many people, you know, looking for that pattern and not coming up with anything, that's the crazy part about it.
Right.
But I got those. I got some shoes, some boots, some toe warmer boots. I got a couple of dresses. I got a couple of shirts. Probably 5 or 6 pairs of jeans. I did pretty good. It's just I figured out, since I was going to Hiawatha anyway, I might as well stop at the thrift store. I can't pass by the thrift store and not go. That would be unheard of.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to think of the word, and that's exactly what it would be. But yeah, just trying to get my. So I had 6 sales yesterday and last night. So not too shabby.
No, not all.
I did not get my 20 yesterday because we were looking for that that flatware set. So, and I apologize to everyone for taking up your time.
I'm sure they don't mind.
I know. I'm sure they would have said something, or they would have just probably got, clicked off on the hangout and went and did their own thing. But they're stuck around. That's true friendship right there.
Nope.
I appreciate it. Even Nikki came on for a little bit.
That's good.
So,
Valerie says she likes researching stuff like that.
wow. See, I'm not much of a researcher. I just, I'll research it enough to see, what it's sold for and all of that, but I'm just really not a good researcher. And I need to be. I need to work on that. Man, that sucks. Oh well. Such is life.
I thought you got a call from Tina again saying that Kyrie found all the stairs or something.
Oh my gosh. She's crazy. Tina, I was talking to her yesterday and she goes, "Mom, the bike just moved by itself." And I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, I'm sitting here, there's one kid over here, Maddie's in the chair, and another kid's over here. She said there's no way that thing could have moved by itself. Or they could have moved it. The kids could have moved it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, so you need to try to debunk this and figure out, if it's actually, And so she stands up and the bike is like underneath Maddie's feet. So Maddie's the one that moved it. So she was like, oh my God. She said, I thought for sure this house was haunted. I said, well, it doesn't mean that it's not. And she's like, Mom, stop saying that. I said, well, it doesn't mean that it isn't, but
Right.
yeah, she didn't like that. Oh, wow. Wouldn't be the first time she didn't like something I said. Probably won't be the last. But I got my staple gun yesterday.
That's good.
So I have a little project for the weekend. I'm gonna get my smokehouse up and running this weekend. That's the plan anyway.
So you got plastic already?
Yeah, I already have plastic. So I'm just really I don't even have to go around like the bottom part of it because there's boards up there. There's
Right.
boards on the bottom, so all I really have to do is like the top half. So I just have to go around there. What's going on here? Why am I echoing?
I just joined.
Okay. Good morning, Nikki. How are you? Are you back to your old
Feeling
self?
worse. To your old self? No, I'm feeling worse.
Oh no. I think it's time to go to the doctor. Or drink lots of whiskey. Are you sleeping more while you're sick?
No, I'm not. I'm not sleeping more.
That's
I
not
woke
good.
up with a headache. I'm just not. I'm a little crabby this morning.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I woke up with a headache. I think I feel better. I just woke up with a headache. I think I'm just
Yeah.
just because I woke up with a headache.
Well,
So,
hopefully you get better
and I
get
coughed
rid of that.
all night long. I mean, the whole time I was sleeping, I coughed and coughed and coughed.
Are you taking anything like
Are
over
you
the
taking
counter?
anything like over the counter? No, not really. Kind of suffering it out. Which is kind of dumb. I should just take something, but
Well,
I think today I'm gonna go get some Mucinex and see if that'll help.
Mucinex, and then
and then
I would get some NyQuil.
I would get some NyQuil.
You don't have high blood pressure, do
You
you?
don't have high blood pressure, do you? No, I.
And you should be good
You need to be good
with your NyQuil.
with your NyQuil.
Or even just
feedback.
like a Robitussin, something that has guaifenesin in it, and that'll help with the cough.
I'll be right back, Valerie.
Okay. You don't want
My
to.
cousin feedback.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, we were echoing. Frankie's Fine says it is a Rogers brand. Okay, well, that's good. Mid-century modern Tampico flatware. Jeez, I'll write all this stuff down. So did you find it, Frankie's Finds? Is very close. Huh.
It didn't feel like a William Rogers brand, but it could have been. It looked a little
She said it's on sale on Etsy. Take a look and see what you think.
It looked a little rough to be William Rogers, but it could be. I could be wrong.
That's what I kept finding last night too, Frankie. Let's see what we can find.
Well, good job. That's another good hidden treasure is Etsy. I always forget to look at Etsy. But there's been a few times that I've looked at Etsy and found what I wanted to find. Did she say Tampico pattern?
That's what she said. Hmm.
Did you find it?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Come on. Hmm.
Did she spell it Tampico?
Yeah. I don't see anything, no.
I'm not looking within somebody's store. God dang it. Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of, but it's not the same. Let me see here. It's, yeah. I mean, it's similar. It's definitely similar to that, but it doesn't have those boxes, like the X's and stuff. It doesn't have those. So let's see here. We'll do that. Well, I don't want to do all that.
But
Let's see.
I'm not even finding it on Etsy.
Batter's Box Film says I would lot together and put a $100 price tag on it and let somebody make an offer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, being able to find what it is, I think that's going to be the best thing to do. Even if it takes me a while to find that or figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to find at least a brand.
It's got to be
To have.
super rare.
Or we're just not looking right.
Or just not looking in the right place anyway, yeah.
But I would think it's going to be hard to sell. I mean, you can list it, but I think it's going to be a hard sell without at least a brand.
Right.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you'd have people confused because you'd have to put lattice in there, you'd have to put scallops, you'd have to put diamonds and dots, and stainless steel flatware set. And I don't know. You just never be able to figure it out. I have a hard time. I have a hard time thinking that it's William Rogers though, because William Rogers doesn't seem. I could be wrong. I'm not. I'm not an expert in flatware by any means. Rogers seems a little more. This one seems a little more rough than what William Rogers would put out. But who knows? I mean, it could be some kind of vintagey kind of whatever, and who knows? I mean, I could be wrong. Don't discount William Rogers, but I just have a hard time thinking it's William Rogers.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just going to take some time to. I mean, I know that right now is a key time to list the stuff. Right now is a really good time to list it, but
Yeah, you
I
got two
I don't.
major holidays coming up, but
Right.
you got time. And if nothing else, you'll make it by Easter. And if it's as rare as we think it might be, I don't think it'll matter.
Yeah, I think just keep looking and.
Oh,
So do you have like on a set or on a partial set? I mean, what do you have there, Valerie?
I have a partial set. I have
she has almost an 8-piece,
right,
8-person set,
right.
8-person place setting, but she's missing 2 teaspoons.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I almost have the whole set.
Sorry, I
But
didn't mean to take over on that question.
no, you're fine. Um,
Well, ladies, I thank you for your help and all your advice, but I'm thinking I need to go lay down for a bit.
okay. Well, you
You're
have a
not
good
feeling good?
day. Have a good
Still not
day.
feeling very good? I hope you feel better.
Well, I just need to get healthy from my surgery, and I'm still
Yeah,
on
Right.
pain meds.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, pain meds kick my ass.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah. I
I hope you
completely
get
get
better
that.
soon.
So have a good
Well, you
weekend.
go get some. Yeah. Go get some rest, and we'll see you
Yeah.
next time. Thanks for coming on.
Take care, Mary.
Thanks for letting me, Valerie. Bye
Bye now.
bye.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna take a break for that.
Takes a long time to get
You get lost in
pregnant.
the. Get lost on that. Robin says, at this point, I want to smack whoever was working
Me?
on the line that day and didn't put the maker's mark on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
usually there's something.
I'm kind of thinking, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll put some
Sorry.
keywords um and just see, keep searching the pattern name. Go ahead and list it. And I think it was Blackberry Thistle Tea said, just you know, list it like that, and then list it for a high amount, and more than likely somebody's going to see that and
Yeah,
say, well, what's this lady, she doesn't even know what she's got.
yeah,
And then you know
yep.
and then they'll school me on what exactly it is. Maybe I'll get some information like that.
Well, like I told you last night, that Lynn Drawley, she used to do that on certain antiques and stuff that she didn't know what it was. and she'd throw it up there at an astronomical price, and people would be like, "What are you smoking?" You know, and they'd tell her what it was worth.
Yep. Exactly.
Because there are experts out there. There are people that collect this shit over and over again.
Right.
So they're looking at that. That's their main thing, is looking at this stuff and looking for this stuff. And silverware, flatware, even stainless steel flatware is a collectible thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there are people that'll be looking for it. And they'll come in and they'll tell you what's what.
Yep.
Because they'll be totally offended that you didn't know what you're talking about. How could you not know such and such, made in such and such? You know, they'll be totally
Yep.
offended by it because you're trying to sell it.
So I'll just have to be, well, what is it? Tell me what it is. Give me
Yeah.
the information.
Yep.
If you're so
Oh, they will. Don't worry.
give me the name of it so I can, correct myself and redeem myself, I guess you could say.
Somebody did that to me because I had an Indian's shirt with the laughing Indian, and I guess that's like, it's like no longer, they don't have that anymore. And I put something else, like it wasn't Indiana, but I put something else, and it's Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland Indians.
Yeah, I put something else.
Oh.
And they messaged me and said, I just thought you'd like to know that this is the Cleveland Indian shirt, not what you said.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. And I went and changed my listing.
And usually when I change my listing to what they've told me, it usually sells faster too.
Yeah. That's, yeah. Oh.
Well, happy birthday, Chris.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It's my nephew's birthday too.
My nephew too, but
it was somebody else's. Oh no, Mary's was yesterday. Never mind.
Oh, yep.
Or day before yesterday.
My nephew doesn't even know me.
He knows who you are.
I don't know.
He knows he has an Aunt Sally.
That's crazy Aunt Sally in Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't know my true craziness, though.
That might be a good thing.
He doesn't know that. You'll have to meet him one of these days and show him what it's all about.
Yeah.
I have great nephews in Michigan that I don't even know. That I haven't ever met.
Yeah.
I think that's so sad.
Nephew and a great niece I've never met in Michigan.
I don't feel like working today. I don't.
Like working at your job or working at your eBay?
Either. Both.
Oh, okay. So you're ready for break, right?
I am. Oh my gosh. It took everything I had not to go to bed right now.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm tired.
Out there. I have a lunch date today.
Oh, wake up.
Lunch date.
Early, you? Did I startle you?
Who you trying to startle?
Sally. I said, well, wake up.
Oh,
I am awake.
I seen her jump.
I tried to
she
startle
jumped.
her.
She
I
jumped
was
out
trying
of
to
her.
figure out what the hell Nikki's talking about.
She
I was
jumped
trying
right
to
out of her
startle
underwear.
you. I don't know.
See you later, Chris. Have a good birthday.
Have a good birthday. I have a
Adios.
Happy the 13th.
congested brain, so I'm not thinking straight.
I have a congested brain too, I think.
So you're thinking crooked,
I'm
right?
just not thinking at all.
Mhm.
Did I tell you yesterday what I did at work when I lost
Probably
the
not.
scissors?
Oh, no.
So I use the scissors because we keep the scissors in a specific place at work. And I use the scissors to cut something. And I left them over by the newspaper rack. And I didn't realize I did it.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing I know, I'm changing the big bags of creamer and I have to cut the tip off of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't find the scissors. And I am ballistic. I am so pissed that I do not know where the scissors are at. And of course, I don't remember that I cut something off previously with them and had actually used them. And so I go in there and write a note in the book saying, does anybody know where the scissors are at? We use them around here. And then Teresa comes in, my boss, she comes in and she is talking to one of our customers and, you know, they're just talking in the front. And I tell her, yeah, somebody lost the scissors. I don't even remember that I used them. Somebody lost the scissors. And so she's talking to this person, and all of a sudden she throws the scissors on the counter because she sees them out of the corner of her eye. And I'm like, oh my God. Because right at that moment when she threw them on the counter, I knew that it was me. And so I went there to the book and I scribbled out my note. And so she comes in there after she gets done talking to that person. She comes in there and she goes, was that a note about the scissors, I wonder? And I said, yeah. Guess who lost them? And she goes, like, Trina. And I'm like, yeah, that's who I thought first, too. But no, it was me. She goes, you gotta be shitting me. And I'm like, no, I just done lost my mind. I can't even think of anything anymore. So freaking out of it.
That's when you should have told her, see, this is why I need more days off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, good news because she hired a night person.
Oh, good.
And I get to train him next week. So, and he's a young boy.
Okay.
And so, not a young boy, a young man, I guess. I guess a man. He's like 23 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll work.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Is there a spider on your wall?
Huh?
Is there a spider on your wall?
No, shut up.
Look behind you.
No.
Next to that hat. What's that black mark on your wall next to the hat?
I don't know. I don't want to look.
Well, you gotta look.
Oh. No, it's not.
What is it?
Right there?
Yeah.
It's where there was a screw and it got pulled out.
Oh, I never noticed it before.
Like,
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. I just didn't want it to bite you, Sally.
I know. I actually heard of a guy that had a really bad spider bite last night.
Uh-oh.
He had to go to the hospital for 5 days.
Oh,
Wow.
He almost
wow.
lost his arm.
Anyway, you hired a young boy.
Anyways, the young boy,
Sorry.
I get to train him next week. And then I can pretty much, he doesn't require like any specific days off. So
Oh, nice.
there you go, Charles.
So you can go to days?
No,
Oh,
he's working my days off.
oh.
But I can take, if I take more days off.
Yeah, I
then,
mean, you can actually take your,
yeah.
your time off when you want it rather than.
It's just been really hard for me because I stopped doing donuts because I got burned out on them.
Mm-hmm.
And so that way, with me not doing donuts, that makes it to where I have to work more days.
Right.
As far as right now, that's just the way it is. So
Let me see that fork again.
I think you should just glue the fork to your camera.
Move the fork down a little bit. I want to see the shape of the fork. There you go. Am I a little bitchy this morning? I'm sorry. I don't
You're
mean to be so
fine.
gruff.
No, I don't.
You're fine.
Okay. I just wanted to see the shape of the fork. Thank you.
Am I bitchy every morning? Because I'm like always way worse than Nikki.
I'm very crabby this
Now
morning.
you have to make me think about it.
I'm just really ornery this morning. I'm sorry.
You're
That's
completely
okay.
fine. Makes it interesting.
Yeah, it does.
Is
Yeah.
it possible that the
I
set
just feel like
is?
everything.
Let's see. Is
Go
it?
ahead. What do you think?
He says, "Is it?" This is Batterbox Derek. He says, "Is it possible that the set is custom and that's why there isn't a brand?" I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay, Tom, it's all on you. Hunt it down.
Oh.
Tom.
Well, Tom's going to find it? All right, Tom. Tom is Queen City Picker.
No, that's. I
Which,
got you mixed. I got you mixed up. I meant Charles.
No? Oh, Charles. Comfortable
Yeah.
Life?
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't see Tom in here.
I know. I got mixed.
Well,
I got my names mixed up.
I was wondering because earlier she was like, "Here you go, Charles," and now she's talking about Tom. I was like, well, "Where'd Charles go?" But okay, all right. Well, way to go, Queen City Picker.
I'm confused.
I don't know what happened to Charles, but okay. The women were on it last night. Maybe the men could do something.
Hey, maybe
Yeah.
the person that finds it will get a prize. How's that?
Well, there you go. Are you scribbling?
You'll get I'll get you a finder's fee. How's that?
Yeah.
I'm scribbling Nikki.
Are you scratching out Scratch House?
I'm scribbling your name.
I'm gonna take these packages out real quick.
No, don't go. I'm just kidding. See you later. I'm ornery today.
That's okay. So am I. I'm gonna eat some chocolate. Maybe that'll take care of my headache. Chocolate eggs. M&M eggs.
Margot said she found it and
What? What'd she say?
Wait, she said found it. Someone on Reseller Squad posted the same pattern. And I don't. Maybe it's them guys though.
Yeah, Valerie did.
Oh.
Valerie posted it. And then I posted it on my Facebook too.
Oh my gosh.
And then I posted it on a flatware group.
Okay, so you guys don't look on Facebook.
I'm gonna tag Ann Eckert in it and see if she knows what it is.
You're gonna take what?
I'm gonna tag my friend Ann Eckert in it and see if she knows what it is.
Oh, good.
See Ann Save? She's trying to rebrand herself. So nobody knows her as Ann Eckert anymore, or right now, but
No, I never heard of her.
See Ann Save. You know See Ann Save, right?
Who?
See Ann Save?
See and Save?
See Ann Save.
See and Save.
Yeah.
I don't know them, no.
Oh. Oh, I'm gonna take her.
Maybe. Wait, maybe. Maybe I've seen them a couple of times or something.
Well,
now that I think of it.
Maybe I don't have her on here. I thought she was on my Facebook. She used to be. Maybe she's not on my friends list anymore. I don't know. I always see her stuff.
Yeah, I looked her up and it looked like it was gonna show me her Facebook, but then it didn't.
Yeah, she's rebranding herself, so.
Oh, I wonder if it has the kitty socks. And that's her. Maybe.
What?
Like her profile picture, I wonder if it's kitty cat socks.
Probably not. She's a dog person. She has pugs.
Well, then I don't know. Hank
Maybe I'm
says
not specifically her friend. Maybe I'm just a person on her business.
Hank says she likes her. She's funny.
Yeah. If there's any new people out there right now, or ever watching this, during the don't worry about people with zero feedback. Don't worry about guest accounts, especially in the Christmas season, because when people are buying gifts, they're searching on Google, going, "Oh, I want this bottle of Diet Dr. Pepper for my daughter." So they're searching in Google a bottle of Diet Dr. Pepper. And it comes up, and they get to click on the first one. They click on the first one, and it goes to an eBay page. People are allowed to use guest accounts and stuff on eBay now.
Yep.
And they don't have to have a full-fledged account. Also, people with zero feedback. They may have just created that so they could buy that one thing, or there's 18-year-olds popping out of the woodwork all the time. I mean, every day there's 18-year-olds coming into the world. that are adults that are going to be shopping on eBay. So people are making new accounts. We all had to start somewhere.
Right.
So don't get nervous, especially in the fourth quarter with zero feedback and guest accounts, because people will be buying stuff from you.
Yeah, because you'll lose sales like that.
Right. You'll lose that
Definitely.
customers. I've been burned more times by people that have had their account for years than I have by zero feedback people.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never had a problem with zero feedback.
Nope.
You hear that so much too. People just
Yeah.
pushing it, and really, like, there's of course there's tons of people on eBay that are, awful or whatever, but there's so many good ones too, and you can't, the bad ones, they'll always have more feedback than the good ones. They could pay to have feedback. They can, there's other ways that they could put feedback on there to where even good feedback, or not show you bad feedback or whatever, there's ways to do it. So don't just, like Nikki says, don't shy away from the people that don't have.
No. The reason why I said it was I saw two posts while I was scrolling through my wall on my Facebook. I saw two posts complaining about zero feedback buyers, asking what should I do. Well, wait for them to pay it and ship it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you should do.
Enjoy your money.
Wow. And if you're that worried about it, just don't spend the money until they've had it for a while.
Batter's box, that's a good way to get you ousted. He said, Yahtzee, I found it. Just kidding.
Oh, I did that yesterday. Well, they
Huh?
didn't take it very well.
No. Ann Eckhart, I like Papa. Huh.
Yeah, I thought she was on my Facebook,
Nikki,
but apparently she's not.
Nikki, she said, Robin says she is Ann Eckhart on YouTube now.
Yeah, I know she is.
Okay.
But she used to be on my Facebook, and for some reason she's not anymore. She won't be my friend no more. But I just saw her yesterday on here. There she is. Oh, I'm on her page. Never mind. I'm not on her personal.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know nothing.
Oh, a little bit something.
I don't know much. Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
That's an old phrase. These days it should be put that in your bong and smoke it.
There you go. True that.
I don't think people use pipes anymore. They use bongs. Or so I've heard. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only smoked pot 3 times in my life.
That's it. I can't even count how many times I've done it.
Oh, yeah. I used to be a pretty big pothead in high school.
I didn't smoke until I was 18, but I haven't quit either.
I was a drinker in high school.
I was too.
Pot never did anything for me. I've tried all kinds of different drugs, but I've had bad experiences with them all. Everyone I've tried, and thank God. So I'm not a druggie, you know. But pot never did anything for me. Acid, I thought I was gonna die. Those are pretty much 2 drugs I've tried.
My daughter shared with me that she did shrooms.
Who?
Tina.
She did.
She did shrooms with Amy and Lindsay.
Oh my God.
I couldn't do them.
They went to the movie theater.
Oh my God.
I couldn't do them when I found out where they came from.
Nikki, you sound like Bill Clinton with you. I have only smoked it 3 times. I was waiting for you to say it, but I never.
No, really, I have. I've only smoked it 3 times, honestly.
I believe you.
Once in junior high, once with my brother in front of Charlie's bar, and once with my sister.
Yeah, I never really very much.
We had a Charlie's bar too.
Yep.
Where we grew up.
That was the place to go back in the day.
Country on one side, hip hop on the other.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's that combo.
Was she talking about mullet?
No, she's talking about a bar.
Well, I guess it could be a mullet too. There's quite a few of those.
Well, that'd be quite a. Usually, it's business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah, that's the mullet.
Oh my God. Oh, that's too funny.
I bet Jim had a mullet.
No, he has a really curly hair when he had hair.
my
Yeah,
God.
he had kind of afro, man.
I wish I had a picture because I have this thick curly hair, but on the top it was always thin ever since I was a kid. Of course, I eventually went bald, but on the top. So when I grew it out, to be hip, I had, like not quite just at shoulder length, not like all the way down my back, but just shoulder, sort of like Gene Simmons type, that big. It was horrible. It was flat on top, and then it came out like a French poodle. It came straight out to the sides and then down over my ears. I looked like a black poodle. It was horrible. And I had these half-tinted glasses that were like rose-tinted on the top half and clear on the bottom. I looked like such a douche.
Did you look like Weird Al?
Here's what, and then so my mom, we're down in Rhineland, the town south of here, about a half an hour. So my mom's like, you know what? Let's go to Kindy and get you some contact lenses. Would you want to try? I'm just like, sure. Okay, so we go in there. So I'm getting contact lenses. Well, the hair place is right next door. She goes, why don't you get that haircut decent? So I'm like, oh, okay. The lady's like, look, well, what do you want? And I'm like, I don't know, some part on the side or something. I want to get rid of this fluff. So she gives me a kind of like a Tom Cruise haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's not shaved on it, but it's obviously shorter, where parted on the side, kind of a neat, clean cut hair.
Yeah.
So I got the contact lenses, the haircut. I had a girlfriend in 2 days.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I went from solo man to I guess her friend or cousin told me later. I dated this girl for 3 years. I got on the bus, and the girl said to this other the girl I wound up dating, said to the other girl, she's like, "Who is that guy?" She goes, "I don't know. He's been riding her bus for like 2 years." Yes, my hair was that bad.
Wow.
Yeah, some people look good in long hair. Not me. Peter Frampton, awesome.
But you let
Me,
it get a
not so
little
much.
fluffy when college and when you married Amy.
Yeah.
You had a little bit of like you were moosing your hair. He had short hair when I met him, so he already cut it off.
We're in this.
I wish I had it. I had a picture of him and his ex-wife, and I think he stole it on me. It was under my computer desk, so I can just like torment him with it. And he's got kind of like messed up fluffy hair, but now it's gone. I was looking for it, and I can't find it.
Yeah, well,
Did you take it on me?
Yep. It's
You
gone.
fucker.
Wow.
It's funny.
I use it for torturing purposes. Sometimes I randomly would hang it up in the house and stuff like that. But
Oh my gosh.
You know what's funny? When somebody calls you a name like that, like they call you a-hole or effer or whatever, you just end it with lover. Go back, say it back to them, like say, "Okay, effer lover."
Well, come here. You gonna say hi to everyone? Huh?
oh,
Oh, is it Ringo? He's
Hi, Ringo.
You gonna say hi to everyone?
Mine is
Look how-
way here. Where's that?
yeah,
Look how big.
he's
look
got
how
kind of
big
like
he
the
is.
toy dog, like with the narrow snout and the kind of slider frame. This thing's a chunk.
Look at how stocky she
She's
got.
like a Cadbury egg.
Holy cow.
She's so cute.
Something, doesn't she?
Oh,
yeah.
Mickey way
Mabel.
all up, but she's real stocky.
Hi, Mabel.
Are you afraid of the people?
She's taking on more of the pug look.
Yeah, she's real stocky looking. He's got a little more of the Chihuahua
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, most definitely.
Mhm.
Ow, that's my finger.
Mm-hmm. Are they both the same?
What?
Yeah, I think they are the same. Chihuahua.
Are they both Chihuahua pug?
Yeah.
So if we paid for the postage both ways, would you swap us dogs?
Nice.
And don't forget to
Maybe
put
we
holes
could
in the
maybe
box.
we could do like a week swap. We could do a week swap. Yeah.
Oh, when they get older, we could have a conjugal visit and then sell pug Chihuahua.
There you go.
Oh my God, that is a show though. Dog swap. Can you imagine how funny that'd be? Like take somebody else's dog for a week and then drive you nuts. Oh my
That's
God,
a good idea.
Animal Planet.
That's,
I'll write it for you.
No.
You heard
that's
it
my
here.
arm. Oh, no biting. No biting, mister. What are you doing?
We could sell chihuahuas, chihuahua to other resellers. They could have this whole community of these people that own these pug mix chihuahua reseller community.
I thought you'd never ask of the Chihuahua. All right.
That's a good name for it, though.
Yeah, it is.
I like that better than the chug, a chihuahua.
A chihuahua. Yeah. I've
That's
seen.
good to say.
I've heard so many people like pronounce it. It's just funny how they come up with the names like a chihuahua, you know, or something like that. And I'm like, well, what is that? And I say, you know, it's a chug, and they're like, oh, it's that easy? Well, yeah, makes it a lot easier to say.
And you can spell it.
What are you doing, huh?
I keep thinking a Chihuahua is going to cost you an extra $20.
Oh, God.
I'm still not letting him out by himself outside.
We let her loose, but we usually get her to run in the backyard because she does this thing if our front yard is closer to the road. So if you chase her, then she immediately runs to the road like a magnet. I don't understand it. Be like, okay, come on, Mabel. She looks at you, runs away, and then runs for the road. But she's mostly pretty good as long as we take her in the backyard right away.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still worried, like, if the big birds are gonna come down and swoop her up. So I haven't put her outside by herself yet.
Yeah.
Well,
We're working on that.
Oh yeah, we're always out there with her.
No.
Who's the girl dog you're talking about? You did this yesterday too. Who's the girl dog?
The girl dog.
Yeah,
You
you're
keep
talking.
saying I don't want to put her outside
Oh,
by herself.
him. I don't want to put him out. Yeah.
You sound like my old mother-in-law. She used to. We tell her 10 times a day, it's a boy. Oh, well, what's her name? I just had to go outside. My dogs are like going crazy outside. Oh, I can't breathe.
Take a breath.
Freaking Bible thumper.
Uh-oh.
Here, I didn't know who it was. I was worried that it was something important. I go running out there.
Well, go get him. What are you doing? You're not no fun to play with if you're not going to go chase the ball. Yeah, so I basically, what?
I was actually polite to him, though.
Oh, well, that's good. That's nice of you.
Well, go on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your conversation.
No, I just leave her in the, I put her in the bathroom, which I kind of don't like. I feel like I'm just, but she seems to do okay in there.
He?
Yes. Dang it.
I want it to be a girl, so if I just keep saying she, it will turn into a girl.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, did I miss something? Yesterday when she was talking about Ringo, I was like, did I miss something? I could have sworn Ringo was a boy.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a girl duck named Stuart, so you never know.
Yeah. Him. Battered Box says, I am give up. I'm looking for a needle in a haystack. Yep.
Yeah, I even looked too. I think it's like maybe like, did Oneida make some of that made in Japan stainless that was that style and different patterns? I don't know if they'd always market Oneida though.
I looked all through Oneida, but I didn't see any, but that ain't saying anything.
No.
Well, the thing is Oneida didn't necessarily make all that flatware out there. They've bought up all these companies that made Oneida, you know.
Right. Right.
Because there's a lot of companies out there that aren't marked Oneida, but they are Oneida because they've bought them up. Oh. I was hoping to do something today.
I listed some this morning, and I think Jim's going to force me to help him pack, which I really don't feel like packing boxes today.
I made a sale yesterday. It was my first sale in over a week.
Well, that's good.
Which this week I don't care whether I make a sale or not.
Yeah, once you sell it, you got to pack it.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's something easy, so it's not a big deal. It's doing the package. It's a box, so I just got to put in another box. It'll be good.
Don't forget to spray it with Lysol.
Yeah, off on it.
Nikki's gonna give the gift that keeps giving.
Yeah, you're gonna see in the national news epidemic breaks out, and Nikki's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I just shot the box there. That's weird."
They'll track it back to like Superior, Wisconsin. You know, like where they track how sickness travels around the nation.
This is where it started. Get off of there, Willow. Get off the end table. Move.
Hey, I'm small. I go where I want.
That's what spoiling your dog gets you.
Yeah, our dogs go where they want.
She was a perfect dog, never did anything wrong. Now she runs off into the woods and we can't find her for hours. And she don't come when you call her. She goes and eats shit off of my husband's table. Out of the packages. You can't leave your plate and trust that it'll be there when you get back.
We had an elderly family member that was living with us, and we had this spoiled miniature pinscher, and he'd be like eating a sandwich by his like TV tray. Dog would grab it right out of his hand.
Oh my God.
If he was talking and his one hand was holding the sandwich,
kind of holding the sandwich, you know, he'd jump like a piranha, grab the sandwich, and he'd be gone. I mean, it was gone anyway. But
our miniature, our what's it, a rat terrier. My sister got a new stove down in Florida, and she's telling me about, oh yeah, it's got all this and all that. It's got, you know, all this automatic stuff. I go, well, we got a new stove, and ours has an automatic oven cleaning, but also has an automatic top cleaner. She's like, automatic top cleaning? I've never heard of that. I go, yeah, it's really handy because then you don't have to wash the stove. She goes, no, I go, I'll send you a picture of how it works. So I sent her this picture. It's because my rat terrier would jump up on the counter and then walk over to the stove. It's that flat black, you know, glass or whatever. And he's licking the glass. Like if you had fried something and didn't wipe it off right away, he'd be up there licking the glass.
Nice.
I never thought about that. That's pretty handy.
I sent the picture to my sister. No comment. She didn't respond to it.
I bet.
That was pretty funny. Yeah, little dogs are like cats. They go everywhere.
yeah, and the Min Pin, they taught him how to jump because they do this thing where they taught him how to jump in his arms, which seems cute, except, you know, like your countertops, everything is like this level. So he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Jack Russell, she's actually starting to act like a dog now. Yeah, she was abused before I got her. So I mean, she was like a perfect little lady, never did anything wrong. Well, you can see now she's not afraid of us because she's getting into stuff.
Yeah, our Min Pin was real kind of. You grew up in an apartment. He was weird. Well,
yeah,
he got to be a pretty good dog.
Ringo, where are you? Up to no good.
I'm in the bathroom. Oh, there he is. He's standing looking at you.
Oh, ours does that too. She's like a ghost. You'll be calling and calling and calling, and then all of a sudden you look. She's standing like a statue, totally still staring at you. Not coming to you, but staring at you from about 20 feet. Drives me nuts.
What are you doing?
When you guys were talking about the dog swap, I was walking away because my dogs were going crazy outside. But one time, hold on. Sorry. One time when I had beagles, I had 2 female beagles. And 2 people in the house, or 2 people in the family had pugs. And so I was going to breed puggles. Anyways, I took the one pug home. He had no interest in humping the dogs at all. And then I took the other pug home for a week.
Oh, you're right to the key moment, Nikki.
She's coughing.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I took the dogs home. I took the other pug home for a weekend, and he ended up humping their face. Couldn't figure out how to hump their.
Boy.
So yeah, my trying to breed puggles didn't work out too slow.
Great.
Yeah.
I just did it because I wanted a puggle. I just didn't want to pay the high price for one. And these were purebred. These were purebred hunting beagles. I mean, they were like the best hunting. They were well known around Wisconsin around this county as the best hunters, you know. And so anybody, and then they were purebred pugs too. So I mean, it wasn't like I had anything goofy going on, you know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, there's an online auction with some of those paint shaking machines, Nikki, if you want some more.
Mine are color dispensers.
Oh, I thought they were shakers. Sorry.
No, these dispense the colors to mix the paint.
Oh.
So when does
Keep
that
forgetting about
challenge
those.
start tomorrow,
10,
Valerie?
10, 10.
Okay. 11 my time.
Yep. I actually need to write, make a list of. I need to put a post in the.
Has anybody won your prize money for, listing it and selling it or during the time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Me and Todd won last week.
Cool.
Yeah, we split the pot.
Ah.
Then the week before, or 2 weeks before that, when there was the donation, kids and what's her name? Kids
Deals and
Kids
more.
still some more.
Yeah. One.
Summer.
I've been missing it because I've been working outside because, I got to get this stuff done because of when winter comes, you don't do anything anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have snowballs hitting us in the ass, so you gotta hurry up and get
you know how it is. So like over the weekend, it's been like in the 70s or that, so I've been working on that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just going to blow the leaves before it snows, and then I'm going to call it good.
No.
I'll blow them into a corner in my backyard, and then I'll just call it good.
Yeah. This is me. I'm like putting stuff away, organizing
Yeah.
barn, stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I mean you gotta kind of winterize, get ready for that cold weather. I am not looking forward to that at all.
I know I got shit lined up along the driveway I gotta get put away before plowing.
Yeah.
It's like almost every inch going up the driveway has something in the way.
Yeah, and I got that building for sale, so I'm trying to keep the yard looking neat and stuff like that. So I've been trying to do it good so it doesn't look all
Hey, Roscoe, enough.
I would like to keep it neat by kicking all your stuff out. That would really neat that up.
Then my husband sold most of my dirt.
Oh,
So
did
I
he?
only have just a little pile of dirt for my garden next year.
Aw.
I used to do a big garden and I quit doing it. I had too much other stuff to do. It was too much work.
Yeah.
I didn't get up there to weed it enough and stuff like that, or hose,
Well, I have some rubber roofing, and I'm gonna put the rubber roofing, lay the rubber roofing down on top, and cut holes in the rubber roofing and plant the plants in the rubber roofing.
Yeah.
I think that'll work.
Yeah. Well, that sounds better than those straw bale gardens people do, because that looks like a big mess when the straw bales rot away.
Yeah. But I won't mind. Mine is going to be a really raised garden, so that I don't have to go down on my hands and knees.
Yeah.
So it won't be as hard to pull the weeds, anyways. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll actually enjoy gardening.
I used to do a big one, and we used to like can and stuff, and I just ain't gonna can anymore. We just don't eat that much to stockpile a bunch of canned food and stuff, and
yeah,
I just don't have time.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, stuff is so cheap nowadays. It just doesn't make any sense to do all that anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's kind of fun, but I got other stuff I'd rather do for fun than cans. So, I try to prioritize my time into something that's more fun than canning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that kind of stuff isn't a necessity like it used to be, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
But I was a little bummed he didn't save more dirt because, like, my whole place here is, except for the field, is not plantable. It's all clay.
Yeah.
And so, and this was like creme de la creme dirt. So I wish he would have saved more of it. But
Did he get so much a
he's
yard?
like, well, you don't.
How'd he sell it by the
He
yard?
just, yeah, he just gave people a price and they paid it
Yeah.
for the trailer load. But he's like, well, you don't need much more than this size of garden. And I said, yeah, but you forgot about strawberry plants and raspberry plants and.
Yeah.
But, oh well, it's all right.
Go find a cow farmer or something. Go get some shit and then rototill it in.
He made pretty good money on it though. So
Yeah.
all right. He's sick this week, so I'm hoping next week he'll start my floor.
Did you start the outdoor building yet or no?
Well, that's what I'm waiting for him to start the floor.
Oh.
Because once he gets the flooring done, it'll only take a few hours to put the building up.
Uh-huh.
He said him and my daughter could put it up in like 4 hours, so. But he promises it'll be up before winter.
That's good. You gotta work on it now because you know how you get too close to deer season, then nothing gets done, and then it's winter time.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. He doesn't really get into hunting anymore either.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Which is kind of a bummer because I miss venison.
Yeah, I don't eat it. Well, I'm not much of a meat eater, so I don't eat it.
Yeah, I like venison.
I tell Jim, I'm like, just if you shoot one, just give it to your brother. I don't even want it because I don't want to have to deal with butchering it or taking it to the processor to have it butchered, and then I gotta make room in the freezer for this income of all this meat and stuff. I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. We used to process our own. We have the meat slicer and everything.
Yeah.
We used to process our own. It worked out good, you know, because we were very clean about it, bleached everything, you know, and stuff. But now my husband is giving away his meat slicer, so.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to do our own too, but it is still a lot of work.
It is.
For me, I mean, like, I'd be like, we take it to the processor at the end because it'd be like, well, I'd rather just pay the $75 and have it come home packaged, and I don't have to think about doing it. Oh, because when you got a deer hanging, I mean, you got to get it processed and wrapped and put in the freezer, you know.
Yep. I used to love it because all my counters and the walls around my counters and everything would all be bleached, and my kitchen would be so nice and clean. My whole entire kitchen would just be spotless. I'd have to leave for a few hours.
In the garage, and then we'd have these tables that we use for like butchering and canning, and that's where we would usually do it all right out in the garage because it usually be hanging in there.
Yeah. Well, that's we hanging in the garage, and they would do all the slicing out there, but then they bring it in the house in big bins to
trim it,
put it to pack it and stuff. Yeah.
No, and I don't miss it.
Yeah.
Again, I have no desire to do it anymore.
What's that?
I miss eating it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Arby's, I think it's the 20th of October, is going to have start their venison sandwich.
Jim won't eat at Arby's. I like eating the turkey sandwich at Arby's, and I have to do it when I'm like by myself, or once in a while he'll capitulate and let me eat at Arby's, but he hates Arby's, so he won't go in it.
Oh,
and he has my son now. My son won't eat at Arby's either because he's talked my son into that. It sucks.
If I want to eat a boiled meat sandwich, I'll make it at home.
Oh, gosh.
That's all I'm saying.
So rarely do we go to Arby's because of Jim. And his dad loves Arby's. I don't know if his dad burnt him out on Arby's, like going to Florida or what, but yeah, he won't. I mean, it's a big deal if he goes.
There was a book. It was called, I think it was called "The People Under the Stairs," and it was a movie. That was a movie. You know, but this person's got all these people living in the basement, and they would feed them in the book. I read the book, and they would boil whole chickens. And throw them down the steps to boiled chicken. And it's whenever I think of boiled meat sandwich, I always think of boiled chicken rolling down the stairs.
I remember that. It was a movie too, wasn't it? Yeah. They had like a guy living in the basement. They throw him down boiled.
No, I think it was a whole group of them. I think because when they throw down the chicken, they
my mom used to like make fun of that.
They were like abducted kids or something, and they kept them down the basement. I don't know why, but I think it was called "People Under the Stairs."
But they made a movie out of it too.
Yeah. So I got that whole mental thing going on when you bring up that restaurant.
My husband loved Arby's when he lived down in the cities, and we had never had one up here. So every time I came up from the cities when I was driving truck, I'd have to bring Arby's with.
Yeah.
And I'd always have to stop in Forest Lake and get Arby's and bring it up here. Yeah, well, then when we got an Arby's about probably 8 years ago. Anyways, I don't know if he burnt himself out on it or what, but he never wants Arby's anymore, hardly ever. Oh. Very rarely do I get to go to Arby's.
He must have saw that movie.
Yeah, we got one about a half hour south of me.
And I really wasn't that big into Arby's until it came here. Then I was like, I like Arby's. And now he doesn't want to go there anymore. And I'm like, well, I want to go. And
yeah. I have a very fussy son and a very fussy husband. So whenever we go down to Walmart shopping. We'll usually get something to eat. And this is what I get to choose from, either Chinese buffet or Taco Bell. So I'll be like, can we eat something different, you know? I mean, but it's either tacos
you always
or Chinese.
Say if we're going to eat different, it's Arby's.
Okay, well, we'll pick something different. You won't eat at the Burger King down there. I don't even know what else is down there. I'm going to pick something way obscure different then. Just way out of our wheelhouse.
I can relate. My husband and my kids are very picky too, so You know, like if it's dinner time, I can't go to Subway. Who eats sandwiches for dinner? I'm like,
I do.
it's like, really? I can only have Subway if it's lunchtime? So then
God.
I have to pick something else. And me, I don't care. I'll eat anything.
Yeah.
And and they'll make me choose, and then I'll choose, and then they'll say no. And it's like, okay, so I've just said like 3 or 4 things that you guys have shot down. Now
Yeah.
you guys choose.
Yeah, I know the feeling. And they
God,
keep
I hate
forcing
that.
me to choose. And then they'll be like, no. And then they'll make me choose
Yeah.
another one. They'll be like, no. Until
I
finally,
know.
well, I don't know. What do you want, Chinese or Taco Bell? And then they'll pipe up.
Yeah, I know.
We did get Golden Corral this week, though, Nikki.
Oh my God, yum.
Those CPR mannequins, they're down by Wassa. So, of course, we make sure we go to Golden Corral then. Anyway.
Yum.
Oh, man.
I love Golden Corral.
Yeah.
I was in Texas the first time I had Golden Corral.
Oh, we have a good Mexican restaurant here.
We had Golden Corral for the first time. We went to the George Jones concert in Green Bay, and his brother and sister-in-law took us there to the Golden Corral. So then, you know, they got that honey butter stuff. So Jim's putting the honey butter on the corn, on his corn, and his sister-in-law's freaking out that that's only for the bread. You cannot use honey butter on anything but the bread.
Oh God.
This big argument over this stupid honey butter. I'm thinking, well, he's eating it. Who cares, you know? Anyway,
Yeah.
so that's the first time we ate at one, and then we liked it. So every time if we're on the road and we are going to eat and we're buy one, we go to one.
Yeah. What the hell is Golden Corral? What'd you put the honey butter on?
She's crazy. I mean, she's like a little, I don't know. She's like a little dictator. She's extra bossy sometimes. So yeah,
she's in the chat right now.
Uh-oh.
Is she?
No. He's just messing.
Oh. Oh my God, that would be funny.
She's at work. She's got a real job. He'll just sit around the house. Uh-oh, I got to plug in my laptop.
Oh, I gotta tell this guy he needs physical address.
Uh-oh.
Which is also late.
I know I got these friends that I used to work with at this job I was at. We became really close. There's 3 of them. And yesterday they were messaging me on my other Facebook. And apparently I didn't see the whole conversation because I was under this Facebook. And so one of them texted me on my phone. And so so they're like, well, why aren't you ever on Facebook? And I'm like, well, I'm on Facebook all the time, just not this Facebook. And they're like, well, what Facebook are you on? I said, well, my YouTube personality's Facebook. And they're like, you have a YouTube personality? I was like, yeah. And then I was like, well, and they're like, oh, what is it? And I'm like, well, I don't tell anybody in my regular life about my YouTube.
Yeah, I
And
try
like,
not.
come on.
Yeah.
We could be your biggest fans. And I was like, all right. So I told them, and I was like, oh my God. So like, oh, I can't wait. We're going to go look, you know.
Jim did
Don't
that
get
haul
too
video.
excited.
Jim did that haul video with those CPR mannequins and stuff.
Yeah.
And he said, you know, he talks about Dusty's show. He talks about Valerie's show. Well, his sister and brother-in-law watch all these. So now she's like messaging me, what's the name of that morning show you're on sometimes? So now they're going back and they're like rewatching all these like old episodes of Valerie's show and stuff. And like,
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, oh my God, I hope I didn't say anything like crap, you know, not real bad, but like, you know, I made, you know,
Yeah.
make fun of my mother-in-law or something. I don't know, you know. Yeah.
I know. I often worry about that too, because you know, I'll be like, my nephew's a drunk, or you know, something like that. Yeah.
Like really bad, but I'm, you know,
Or all the stuff I said about my brother-in-law. Yeah.
you know.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, good one, Jim. You said that on that haul video, which they watch all those, so now they're all like to all of these, you know.
And now my dad, ever since my dad watched that auction show I was on for Mothership Products,
Yeah.
he gets all these reselling videos up.
Oh gosh.
And Chick Picker is coming up, and you wouldn't believe how many of your videos have my face on the thumbnail.
Yeah, I believe it. I know.
My dad's like, My dad's like, why is your face there? Whose channel is that your channel too? I was like, no, it's just a show I'm on every once in a while. Oh, you're not on it all the time? No, just once in a while I'm on it.
They play the videos like they make it go on their regular TV in their living room, you know, and they'll play them. And down there, and Grandpa had like a stroke and stuff, so he's like about 75%. But I think part of him thinks that we're really actually on like a TV show.
Yeah.
Yes, he's probably watching.
That's right.
My sister knows about it, and my sister lives with my dad. FYI, so she's watching this live. He's probably watching it with her. They also live not that far from Cape Canaveral, where Tara should go and enroll in the space program because she's brilliant.
Yeah.
Why did you say anything bad?
75%.
Oh, that's good. Can I have your autograph?
I have 2 words for you. 75%.
Well, you say it all the time, for God's sake.
Stroke. That's all right.
Not there's anything wrong with that.
No. Well, it's okay. You know, he thinks his son is.
It's modern technology. He just, it'd be like if I had my uncle here, he'd be like, "How are you guys on the television?" You know, it's like,
yeah.
It's modern technology. So is your dad like watching them all live now too? Then are we gonna start seeing him in the chats like at night?
I don't know. You might, because he also puts it up on his TV, and he's very impressed that I'm on there.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
I mean, he knows the difference between YouTube and TV, but you know,
just say
cool.
Just say he doesn't in case my father-in-law's listening. If my father doesn't know the difference either.
Yeah, that's great, Nikki. Way to one-up us. My dad can beat up your dad. Okay.
I would never say that. Nice. My dad's 70, 73, 72, 73.
And he's younger than
Jim's
dad.
He's a year younger.
No, 2. I think yours is 75.
No, yeah, 74, 75.
Actually, I think he's 73.
Oh boy, they could definitely beat my dad up. He's younger.
They'd probably be great friends. My dad was a real estate agent also.
Oh yeah.
For a short time, yeah.
Yeah, Jim's dad was he must have been 30 years at least, hey?
He started probably about 78.
So they'd have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, he used to do residential, but he did a lot of statewide commercial real estate too. They have this thing, it's called like Wisconsin Exchange Club, where it'll be like businessmen where they do like these Starker exchanges and stuff like that for commercial property. He used to do a lot of that, like CBRFs and mall sales and stuff like that. Yeah. Rental income stuff.
I don't think my dad was really that big into it, but he knows about all of it though. Yeah. He worked for Century 21.
Oh, yeah. I did too. My dad, not at the same time. My dad worked for Century 21, but by the time I came up here and worked for him, they changed it to another company. But when I was in Beaver Dam selling real estate, I sold for Century 21. I had the gold coat and the whole bit.
Yeah, my dad too.
Yeah, Jim here. I mean, you must have sold real estate like 20 or 24 years. It was a long time too.
Since 91.
Yeah.
My dad's done a lot of stuff because you get bored, and then he's like, well, I wonder how I do at this. So then he'd go and do that and excel at it and do well at it. And then he'd be like, well, I'm getting kind of bored. I'll go do this now,
Real estate is a little bit like doing eBay. You are going to work very hard at it. It is not like, you know what I mean? Because you got to get out there. You got to be at the office. That's how lines of water is how you hook sales because you work on commission. It is a lot of, you have to really hit it hard, and you have to be like diversified. Like you got to do, you know, like signature closings, commercial real estate, rentals, residential real estate. You have to kind of do it all, because when times are slow, then you got other income coming in, you know, in between things.
And my dad was very well known too, so that kind of helped him out too. So he's very well known around here.
Yeah, that's how Jim's dad was here.
That comes in handy when you're selling real estate.
Oh. You know, well, maybe it's like this in your town. You know, like you go to the restaurant, they have like I call it the morning coffee clutch, where all the guys get together for work in the morning. And they drink coffee and talk about business. Well, that was a big, you know, Jim's dad was real big into that. And like
my dad is too.
Doing like side deals and stuff, you know, over the coffee table. And
my dad actually went down to working 2 days a week now, so he's got more time for his coffee club.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I think Jim's dad missed the coffee club, actually.
He likes to go down there with the car guy. The car guys all meet down there. He likes to chit chat with the car guys. He used to have coffee with the priests, and then now he goes with the car guys.
Yeah,
he kind of spreads himself all over the place.
There you go.
Everybody. The car guys all go to McDonald's, and then the priests all go to this one, and then and then he's got some other ones at some other place.
Like the one here, like Jim used to do it when he was doing real estate. He said, yeah, and then you'd have some guy that would bring his wife to it, and then the guys talk it all. You know what I mean? And they get the kid, you know, like, no, this is boys club, boys coffee club, no girls allowed.
Yeah, everybody would just clam up, and then the woman would like look around the table. I mean, you could see like she's confused, like nobody's talking or anything like that, and then whatever. And then he might bring her again, but then the second time, that's it. Usually, you never see her again. Because they like get it. Nobody's gonna say anything in front of the woman, except for one woman who is a city cop. She was all right. She would come in, everybody talking for her or whatever. But that cop was the only woman that really was allowed at the table.
Because she was already part of the boys club.
Yeah, I guess. Well, when she got in the police department, another cop brought her in. And it's like, well, she's in a uniform and she's got a gun. I guess she's okay to talk to.
But ain't it funny how guys are like this, you know, where it's like boys club and they don't want any girls involved? What do? Like if a girl comes, they think they're gonna start talking about like crocheting and knitting or something.
I think it's off-color. Well, you're dealing with 60, 70-year-old guys. That's the way they think.
I don't know. I think even young guys are like that though too.
Women, and they're worried. That used to happen to me all the time when I first started at FedEx Freight.
Yeah.
All the guys would be out on the dock chit-chatting, blah, 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 you know, swearing, having a good old time. And as soon as Nikki walked out, silence. And it's like, and I finally told him, I was like, come on, guys, don't do that to me. I said, I feel like an ass, you know?
Yeah.
I said, just do what you're going to do. Talk about what you're going to talk about. I said, I'm in your world. I said, don't let me change what you guys do.
Yeah.
I said, that makes me feel like dirt, you know? And then they went along, and then it all was fine, you know, eventually. But, yeah, I mean, they were afraid of offending me or saying something that would offend me.
Yeah.
I used to joke around saying I wanted to be the one that got fired for sexual harassment at a trucking company. They used to laugh.
It would be like that. I forgot the name of it. There's a movie about like being up there in the Arrowhead of Minnesota and working in the
North Country.
And the woman's always getting like sexually not assaulted, but you know, like having this stuff said to her and that. It was Charlize Theron is in the movie.
Yeah. Well, one time the human resource guy came up from the cities. And he's like, how are they treating you up here? Are you okay? You know, and blah, blah, blah. And, oh, we treat her like that movie, North Country. And you just saw all the blood drain out of this human resource guy's face. And then he goes, you know, because he's like, you know that mine movie? What's it called? North Country. And the human resource director's jaw just dropped, and you saw all the blood run out of his face.
I mean, do you really think, and not that that stuff doesn't happen, but I mean, in that movie, they did portray the far north like really like a bunch of
No.
You know what I mean?
And,
I mean, not a good, nice portrayal of.
And I told him, I says, no, I says, they treat me very good here. I said, no, I said, there's none of that goofy stuff going on. And so then the color finally came back into his face again. Well, then he goes, well, I printed this story out because, and right in front of God and everybody, he's like, I printed this story out about another female driver within our company who's the only one at her terminal and how she copes with it and everything. And I was like, honestly, I said, and I'm not saying anything. I said, but honestly, I said, what you did just right now made me feel worse and more singled out than anything any of these guys have ever said to me.
Yeah.
I said, these guys treat me like one of their own. I said, you just singled me out. And, I said, don't do that. I said, I don't need a story about a woman who's the only one at her trucking terminal, to tell me how how to cope with this. I said, I don't even need to cope. I said, these guys treat me like one of the guys. It's all good. We're good.
Tara and I were talking in the car yesterday, and some of the stuff was family discussion, so I'm not going to bring it up live.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she says, yeah, that's reverse discrimination. And I thought, and that phrase has always bothered me. I said, no, it's not. It's discrimination. You want to put good or bad in front of it, it's still discrimination. It just
exactly.
People. Why do you got to use like a label like this is a Asian person or this is a white person, this is a Hispanic person, this is a black? Just treat them like people, and everybody get along so much better. I mean, this whole thing not got to be culturally, singled out or what. No, just do your normal stuff and go through life like you're normally supposed to do. And I think the whole machine would go a lot smoother. I don't like any discrimination, whether it's a woman or racial or any kind, and whether it's to their benefit or against them, to me, don't matter. You just should treat that person like a person.
Yeah.
Rant over.
And I was treated like shit by one of the bosses, not the boss, the big boss, but the assistant managers. And he gave it to me, boy, and he just treated me like shit. And I did it, I put up with his shit. And then one day it just all of a sudden, it was like after about a year of working there, it just like snapped. He like completely started treating me like everybody else. And then my job was a whole lot easier, And he had said something. He said, yeah, everybody was a little worried when you got hired here because we were worried that you were going to expect us to do your job. And I said, no. And he goes, no. He goes, you have never expected anybody to treat you differently or do your job for you. I said, never, And I was always there to help lift stuff if somebody needed help or, do whatever, pick up the slack. And if you don't act differently, people don't treat you differently,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's key right there.
Yeah, don't have a chip on your shoulder. Just do it, And I think because sometimes a chip on your shoulder is going to be a distraction. Like, oh, they don't like me because of this. Just push that thought out of your mind and just do your job, and you'll move forward.
Well, I had been treated differently by that assistant manager, like I said, and I knew it. I knew it was why I was being treated differently, but I didn't let it bother me. I just did my job. And
well, some guy puts his arm up like he's passing in the hallway or something like that, and puts his arm up or something like that, so he accidentally hits your boobs or something. I mean, that stuff you can't tolerate. But I mean, the other stuff like this stupid, just keep working and do a good job.
Mr. Sig,
and like my
myself, nobody else.
My main boss, he'd come up and put his arm around me or whatever and talk to me or whatever. It never bothered me because he wasn't creepy about it or anything like that, And then there was this other guy who, every once in a while would call me a funny name like Sweet Cheeks or something.
Well,
he wasn't disrespectful about it. I mean, he wasn't doing it as a disrespectful thing. You know what I mean? It was like...
I understand the thinking behind it, but for me, like when I was a manager or even as an employee, I would never say anything or physically do anything to a woman that I wouldn't do with a man.
Yeah.
So if I'm not going to call my male coworkers sweet cheeks, I'm not calling the female coworkers sweet cheeks, and I'm not going to walk up and put my arm around or pat the other fanny. You know, I'm not going to do that to a woman either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, that's the safe way. I understand when these guys grew up in a different era or whatever, but I mean, in today's world, the way things work, that's really, in my opinion, that's the way you should conduct yourself. Don't do anything with a member of the opposite sex that you wouldn't do with the same sex, and it should keep you out of trouble.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good thinking.
Because you just don't know how they're going to take it.
No.
I've had this happen to me where they start like, they'll give you a hug. I'm like, and I'm not a hugger. I'm like, well, that's weird. But then, you know, you let it slide a couple times. Next thing you know, they're trying to like kiss you or something. I'm like, okay, this needs to stop, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like a no touch policy. So that gets misconstrued.
Yeah. And it wasn't like a everyday thing. I mean, they didn't do it all the time like that. I mean, it was just once in a while. It wasn't a big deal, you know. Then my husband, he'd be like, when he go to work things, he'd be like, so do I have to go talk to the wives or can I talk to the guys?
God.
Like, no, you can talk to the guys.
Go make sandwiches with the rest of the wives.
Yeah.
Here, Gary, here's your bread. Go make sandwiches.
Yeah, I think they're going to do some kind of Christmas cookie club. Why don't you see what you have to make for that?
And of course, when we first couple doings with the company, you know, the wives were all hovered around me, you know, like trying to check me out, you know.
Oh, like if you're making moves
Like
on there.
she's Joan of Arc or something.
Yeah. No, I think mostly like, is she gonna do something with our men at work?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Is she gonna be like the cute secretary that, you know, accidentally messes around with my man?
Yeah, the one.
And not one of them was attractive at all. So they had nothing to worry about.
Oh my God! I woke up with a full face.
And it was funny because it was after I came off of driving over the road, so I'd gotten a little chunky. And well, when I first ordered my my uniforms, well, luckily I hate to say this, but my boss was black.
Mm-hmm.
And so this will make sense when I say what he said. So I was a little less embarrassed by my size when I had to tell him my uniform size, because I've always been embarrassed because a woman's size sounds so much worse than a man's size. I don't know why. But anyway, so when I told him my size, and I was like, and I kind of told him like, you know, like under my breath, he goes, don't worry, lady. He goes, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of curves, you know. And so that's why I specifically said he was black, because, you know,
Right.
and I didn't mean to be stereotypical or anything, but you know, anyways, it was just funny, you know. It made me feel a little better.
Sure.
And then of course after I started working there, I was hustling, so I was losing weight like crazy. And then all of a sudden, my boss is like, you know, you look like you're wearing your dad's uniforms. He says, if I put my stickers in my pocket, my phone in my pocket, and my walkie in my pocket, everything, my pants and my keys and my pants would end up starting to fall down because my pants were getting so big. He's like, I think we need to order you some smaller uniforms. And then I became a reseller and got fat again.
Yeah.
Well, I hurt my knee and I chunked up instantly because they made me stay off my knee for a month.
Mm.
They told me I couldn't do anything. Well, it was workman's comp, so I had to do exactly what they said, you know. Because they told me that they'd be watching. And so I had to leave my knee up for a month. And yeah, when you're sitting in a recliner for a month, you pretty much chunk up.
Yeah.
But I wasn't worried about it because I was going back to work, so I knew I'd lose the weight, you know. Well, I never went back to work.
I get that in the winter up here because it'll be so damn cold. You know what I mean? I'm not going outside, and then I seem like I snack more then too. I'll be working on the computer, just like all snacking.
Yep. I know. As I'm eating my M&Ms.
But I don't buy soda anymore. I quit buying soda. Altogether, I don't even buy soda for Jim anymore either. And he used to drink a lot of Mountain Dew. I'm like, no, because you're having I think you're getting senile and stuff. And I read on the internet that soda can cause memory loss, so I banned soda in the house.
Yeah, now I got to drink Aquafina.
Yeah, I get them like smart. What's that? Vitamin water with the flavoring and juice and stuff like that. Or he could drink what I drink is carbonated water, but he refuses.
No, I'll drink regular water over there.
I get you I let you drink Gatorade yet, so I still gave you that.
I don't like to drink water because I know fish make love in it.
Okay, whatever. But I also know Jim doesn't grocery shop, so he'll never buy soda because I'm the only one who grocery shops, so I get to control what comes in the house.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to get diabetes from drinking all that Mountain Dew. He'd drink like 8 cans of Mountain Dew a day.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're going to get diabetes, and I'm not taking care of you when you are whacked out on diabetes.
The body don't lie. When the body wants Mountain Dew, the body gets it.
Yeah, he'd get up at 7 in the morning. He'd have a Mountain Dew in his hand. He wakes up with one, goes to bed with one.
That's why I like this Vita Ice, because it has zero everything in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it still makes me, it's carbonated, so it still makes me feel like I'm drinking pop.
Yeah, that's like this stuff too. It's zero everything, but it's carbonated water with like a splash of flavor in it.
Yeah.
But Jim won't drink it. Which is funny because you never see men drinking like that carbonated water stuff. Do you ever notice that? It's always women drinking it. You'll never see a man drinking it.
Yeah, Gary don't like it either.
I suppose it's like smoking Virginia Slims. You know, you'll see women smoking, but you'll never catch a man smoking one.
Yeah.
Unless it was really, really hard.
Yeah, you had to be really hard up for that.
Well, I told you my husband used to have to go pick up my sister's cigarettes for her, and he's like, I feel like an asshole going in there asking for Misty Rose.
Oh my God. When I was like in 7th grade, this kid had his birthday party. Would be up this guy up north. This guy's cabin. He had a cabin like 10 miles to the north of us. That was on a 40, so it was real secluded, or whatever. So he had these 2 cabins. So every year at this kid's birthday, his dad would bring us up there, and all the boys would have like a boys' weekend or whatever, camping or whatever. Well, this one kid brought some of his mom's cigarettes. We're like, I think we're in 7th grade. So we passed them around, and we're all sitting there. We think we're super cool smoking these cigarettes, but they're Virginia Slims.
Oh my God!
Smoke, that was the only thing you could steal. Oh, and a baby food jar of brandy. So
Oh gosh!
around this baby food jar with brandy in it, and smoked our Virginia Slims, and we really thought we were in the Rat Pack.
That's funny. Who got the cha-ching?
It was me.
Yay! Good job. Go lay down.
Well, I don't know if Sally went to bed, or I would assume she probably went to bed, but she didn't shut her camera off. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up for the day. I gotta get ready for my lunch date. So,
All right.
well, it's with my mother-in-law, but it's still a date.
It's still a date. It's still somebody taking you out.
Hey, there might
That's
be
why
a
it
waiter.
counts.
That's right. So we will see you all later. Hopefully we'll see you in the listening challenge this weekend. I'll have all the information in the squad a little bit later today. I'll put all the rules and stuff. So
And Todd, it starts at 10
yeah, Todd
Central Time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sorry.
So we'll see you all later, and have a great day.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.